Last time out, we were beaten by Wigan Athletic in the first round of the FA Cup. We've had quite a lot of games since then. The first game we had was against Brackley Town and we beat them by 3-0. A brace from Theo Williams and an own goal from a former player, Keon Jones, were the deciding factor. Yes, this guy we sold to Braintree, he's playing for them and he scored an own goal against us. Talk about hilarious. The next game we had was at home to Boston United and we beat them by 3-0. And Bromel's looking quite good with his brace. It was quite something. The next game we had was actually against Leamington in the FA Trophy second round and we lost by 3-2, which surprised me a little bit. And despite Bromel's best attempts, we were knocked out in the first hurdle of the FA Trophy, a trophy I do want to win one day. So we bounced back with a 4-1 victory against Peterborough Sports and absolutely showed why this season, for some reason, our league form has come good. And then Theo Williams got a 4-goal hat-trick against Farsley, and I don't know where this came from, but I'm not complaining. We then took on Tamworth in a 3-1 victory, once again showing that we are very good in front of goal, even if we did concede a penalty late on. And in this match, Bramwell scored perhaps the best goal of the season and perhaps the best goal I've seen from our players so far with this effort. Outstanding finish. We then went to Telford and beat them by 3-2 to extend our winning streak. We were 3-up at one point and then conceded 2 goals, and I don't like the fact we did that, but okay. We then hosted Fylde and beat them by 2-1 despite the fact we gave away a penalty. Joshua Lett's winner, I think his first ever goal for us, was a deciding factor. We then beat Buxton by 2-0 away from home and showed once again why we are so good. It was actually our 11th straight victory and that says it all. 11 straight victories as a result of this performance. And then Leamington put a stop to it. We went 1-0 down, then equalised a minute later, we're 2-1 up, and then Lewis Hall scored a penalty. And Leamington, for whatever reason, after knocking out of the FA Trophy, decided they can get a point from us, and they did. Our 11-game winning run is finally over. But what has that done for us in the league? Well, after winning 11 straight league games, we're now top of the table by 6 points, with Kidderminster Harriers having a game in hand on us. And we're taking on Kidderminster Harriers today. So this could legitimately be a title decider if all things go well and we don't completely capitulate in the second half of the season. But yes, we've already won more games this year than we did the entirety of last season. We've already got 54 points, more points than last year altogether. And suddenly, with all the signs we've made, we are in the top spot of the league. And I'm very happy with the fact that we're doing so well. And it goes to show just how quickly things can change. Because at one point, I was fearing that we may not do well this year. But this year, we've done quite well. Also, Sonny has been outstanding this year. An average rating of a 7.41 in 10 matches, 2 goals and 4 assists. And even in the FA Cup, he wasn't too terrible. Even if it did lower his average rating down to a 7.31 average rating, he's been our best performer so far. And the deep line playmaker role in the DM position has been a godsend for him. And he looks really, really good. And I'm hoping that we can do more and more things. But being in January, I like to think the worst of the fixture congestion is over now. Right? Well, for this month anyway, it is. And we don't really have like a bad fixture congestion until, I say, March, April time, when we have like 4 games in a week. But yeah, that's the worst of the fixture congestion. And then we have 2 games in 4 days. But other than that, we've got through the worst of it. And if you look at the one of the form we've had, we've been outstanding. And this game against Kidderminster Harriers is actually important because they did beat us at the beginning of this season. One of only 2 teams to beat us apart from Alphington Town in the league. And then you take Leamington, who beat us in the Cup, and Wigan, who beat us in the FA Cup. We've only suffered 4 defeats the entire season. We won 11 straight league games. I like to think this game could decide whether or not we do go up. And given how well we've been performing this year, we've got the most goals, we've got the best defence, I believe. Let's double check this. We don't have the best defence, but we've easily got the best attack with 53 goals compared to South Shields' 48 goals. South Shields have been quite good this year, but did fall off a little bit as of late, which allows us to build this gap that we have over them, which is 9 points. And yeah, any fear of relegation, dead and buried. 30 points clear with 22 games left. I like to think we can't get relegated now. But Kidderminster Harriers absolutely embarrassed us at the beginning of this season. I don't want to be embarrassed again. We've also had a youth intake preview. It's not very good looking, and I'm just going to pretend that it does not exist and that none of the players that will come through will be good enough. If there's even one player that comes through that looks good, then I'll take that as a win, but I doubt anyone will be good enough to be the first team in the long term. Hell, I may not even sign anyone for this youth intake, and you know how I love my youth intake, so that says a lot. Surprisingly, our finances have not really suffered much this year. We've still got 129,000 in the bank. The chairman has not really had to come in and rescue us financially so far, which is also pleasant, but yeah, anything's possible. I think we've got opportunities to do quite well. We just need to make sure we are really good in the team, and that what happens is quite good. Also, being a one-star reputation manager, I'm hoping that with this performance, and if we win the league, I'm saying if because I can't guarantee we will win the league yet, but if we win the league, then some teams will notice my performance and think, I could take this team on. This guy's quite good. Let's bring him in as a new manager. And if you look at all the jobs currently available, some jobs you think will be good, others not so great. I'm not looking at any foreign jobs right now because I haven't got the Continental Pro license. I would be interested in other jobs elsewhere across the world right now, but I don't think I could justify going for them when I don't have anything to my name. So I need to prove myself at this point in time first and foremost before I go abroad and win trophies. So if we win trophies, then we can at least say we've got something in our possession that other teams might find appealing. I wouldn't be averse to going to Scotland at some point in the near future before we go abroad outside of the UK. I think Scotland's the one place that can actually financially offer me the sum of money I'm looking for right now. Other than that, I don't really see anything that's of close reputation that I can get to that would appeal to me financially. Apart from maybe France, but again, France is going to take a while to get the money. I need to get a good reputation before I can even go to one of those countries. Same with Italy, for example. That being said, though, we're taking on Kidderminster Harriers. I like to think we can win this game. I have rotated the squad a little bit. I have actually decided to drop players because of bad performances. Some players have been good, some players have not been great, and Bremer, despite being really good this year and getting 10 goals, has had a questionable run of form as of late with 3 bad performances. Williams, despite 13 goals, has also started to slow down. Roberts has actually started to get better despite his average rating being bad, and I have to rotate the squad a lot because fitness concerns and everything else like that. But other than that, this is a very good team, and I feel like this is my team that I can go for this game. And I actually had to drop the goalkeeper recently because of bad performances and because of promises I made. But the goalkeeper that I promised to bring in just put a 6.4 average rating against Leamington, and I'm not impressed, so I've dropped him. He's also conceded 5 goals in 4 matches. It's not good enough. So yes, the lineup is going to be this: McNorley, Osotyro, Sawyers, Bradshaw, Lett, Chapelis Ahmed, Koyamatan, Oko, Peak, Roberts, Bellis. And on the bench, we've got Dean, Flanagan, Byrne, Bramwell, and Williams. So a strong team, both on the pitch and on the bench. So let's see how we do in this title fight against Kidderminster Harriers. Yes, I am calling it a title fight because they're the only team that's really close to us and they have that game in hand. If we win, we kill that hope of that game in hand closing us down. So let's see how we do. But yeah, the fact we've lost against Kidderminster Harriers last time out is important to me, and I generally think we can do well here. I want revenge, first and foremost, as well. And they've also got a player I tried to sign, so there's that. They won their last 4 matches before they lost their last match against Boston United of all teams, so there's that. But either way, if we win, we go 9 points clear, having played a game more. So let's see how we do. First start of the game is taking 20 minutes to come, but Roberts plays the ball in the middle, and it's over from Koyamata, so there you go. You know, it says a lot that whenever I go for these live cons, it seems to be very slow in the highlights, but we've got a much better team than they do, and I like to think we can take advantage of that. As things stand though, South Shields will close the gap to us to 7 points because they're winning right now against their opponent today, who I can't actually find. No, it's Peterborough Sports, so they should be winning that game. And we need to win this game just to really ease our burden on that. Chorley also have a game in hand, but I don't think they're winning right now. they're drawing 0-0 against Warrington, so they should be winning that game as well, honestly. But either way, let's have a better second half. I want to see more highlights for us, please. Thank you very, very much. Okay, highlight time. And it's taken just 12 minutes in the second half this time to get it. So let's see how we do. Bradshaw finds Bellis, and this is a good run. Oh, he's through. Goes to a goal. And that's a good save. That's the first real highlight we've really seen. Now another highlight, and Shepherd Ahmed is also taking a set piece, which helps, and Peake puts the header over. Now they got a highlight. Suddenly the highlights are coming thick and fast, and I'm happy about it, but I need a goal for us. I don't want to lose to Kidderminster Harriers again this season. Oh my god, they hit the bar. How has Young hit the bar from that? Okay, we've been off 3 substitutes so far, and it's the front 3 players, so that shows a lot, but they're not able to match the pace of the game, or their numbers coming on, which is a bit concerning, but what can you do? Here's Bradshaw, though. Plays the ball forward, trying to find Bramwell, and Bramwell should get there first. He's fresher, too. He's dangerous, and that's a penalty. We might have the opening we need, and that is great. And Bramwell's going to take the penalty himself. Can we get the opening goal of the game? Can we open up the gap to the top any further? No, we can't. And we just saved it. Oh, bugger. Okay. I brought more pace on at the end to try and get the opening goal. We did use our pace, but unfortunately Embry decided to be really good and actually save a penalty, which is an absolute pain, but unfortunately it's just one of those days. At least we didn't lose, but we should have won because of that penalty alone. If we did win that, we'd absolutely have a 9-point gap at the top now, but now Socials are now trying to get themselves back into this title fight as well. I don't want more people inviting themselves to the party, especially now that Chorley also won. And after drawing 2 games in a row, I don't want to start having problems with winning a game because that's not ideal. At least we're first in games that beaten, I suppose, so yay. It just says a lot, doesn't it, that we went 11 games with straight wins, then we draw 2 games in a row in the new year. I hope this isn't just a problem for now and we can continue to do this. Mostly because I don't like the idea that we can just suddenly throw away some good points, which we should be winning games in, but either way, I am going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. Where do you think we'll finish this season? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on that down below. I just realised that's the first draw Kidderminster Harriers have had this season. That's annoying. But either way, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.